And yes, we are live. This is day 28 of the 30-day Men Arise Challenge, and I am glad, I'm delighted, I'm happy by the fact that God has blessed many, has touched many lives, has transformed many people with the challenge so far from day one till now. It's we've come too far to stop. We've come too far to relax. We've come too far not to go ahead, right? To finish up what God has to say to men and what God has to say to you, particularly. Because if this is just about one person, I feel fulfilled. God is the type that would sacrifice just to save one, just to save one life. So if this has blessed you so far, please let us know. Put it in the comments. Send us an email at Singles and Spouses so that we can know what God is doing with you, can know how God has blessed you with it, and we can rejoice and celebrate with you. God has called us to arising into significance, arising into happiness, arising into joy. God has called us into arising into blessings, of all sorts. And that is what God is an expert at. I'm asking today that you give me your 101% attention because today is very critical to many things that many men are going through. Very critical, very, very critical. So, our text, we'll go straight to our text, and our text is Isaiah 52. Isaiah 52, verse 2. I'm sure you have it. I will read from here, and I could have just said the whole of Isaiah 52, right? But I would, I would, I would I would read the part of the entire chapter that I think it's very, very salient to the points I want to speak to today. So, verse 52, chapter 52, verse 1 says, Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garment, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Put on your strength, put on your beautiful garment. The first thing I want to say to you as concerns this is, irrespective of what you've been going through as a man, irrespective of what you've been struggling with, irrespective of what you've been battling with, and this is so diverse that I don't think that 30 minutes on today's call is enough for us to trash it out. But it says, Awake, awake, put on your strength. So I'm asking you today to cheer up. I'm asking you today to just celebrate and be grateful to God. Irrespective of what you have been going through, issues in your marriage, or you've been going through issues, just a minute, guys. Yes. So whatever it is that you've been going through, either it's been some sort of addiction, either it's been some sort of oppression, some sort of stress, I'm asking you today to cheer up, because the Lord is for you. The Lord is for you. So cheer up first. That's the first thing that I want us to achieve today. Cheer up and say, oh, I can be free. There is hope. There's a ray of hope. Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. That's what that put on thy strength and thy beautiful garment can mean. Like, be excited that there is hope. A good number of men are drowning in hopelessness. You are drowning in hopelessness. You are struggling with whatever, gambling, struggling with pornography, struggling with your marriage, struggling with parenting, struggling with your career, struggling with getting ahead in life, struggling with unnecessary, undue competition, struggling with pressure, economic pressure, and you feel hopeless. You cannot be hopeless. You cannot be hopeless. You can't be hopeless. Say, I cannot be hopeless. I cannot be hopeless. You can't be hopeless. So cheer up. Cheer up first. Cheer up. Cheer up and be excited that I can be set free. That's first, the first ingredient for you to be free from whatever it is you are struggling with. If you have watched Prison Break before, Prison Break seems to be an old series, right? That I watched back then while I was in uni, and I don't know if it's still somewhere to access now. But one thing about Prison Break is someone who entered the prison with the high hope that I've done my job, I've done my assignment, I've done my homework, and I know that we can escape. When you enter the prison deliberately with the mindset that I want to escape and I will escape with many, that's the mindset I want you to have. So there's going to be some sort of prison break from that oppression, from that addiction, from that issue today. But the first thing is you need to cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. Tell yourself, cheer up. Samuel, cheer up. Stanley, cheer up. Devon, cheer up. Abdul Qadir, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. Just tell yourself, cheer up, man. You're going to be free. You're going to be free from this fighting with my wife. I'm going to be free from this not knowing what direction to head as a single man. I'm going to be free from not getting the right girl. I'm going to be free from unnecessary, undue, actively sexual relationships. I'm going to be free from side chicks. I'm going to be free from women. I'm going to be free from addiction of any sort. I'm going to be free. Cheer up. Cheer up. Cheer up. Number one. Number two is now the beautiful garment. So you need to begin to look like what you're excited about. You need to begin to look like what you're excited about. Now, there are two things I'm going to talk about as concerns this. Why you are now sure beyond doubt. You are now sure beyond doubt that there is hope. The next thing that is very important for you to do is for you to put structures and systems in place. Structures and systems in place. God mentioned two things that is not going to come to them again. He said, yeah, no more coming to thee the uncircumcised, and then no more come to thee the unclean. The uncircumcised and the unclean. The uncircumcised are coming so that they can destroy. You need structure to block that. Right? For you to avoid the unclean, you need system. They systemized the environment back then that, oh, the moment anybody has leprosy, you cannot come into the camp. You can't come into the city. You need to stay outside the city. So the moment anything like that starts coming close to the gate of the city, there's alarm raised like, oh, unclean, unclean. So unclean needs to go there. It was systemized. It was systemized. It was systemized. It was systemized. What are you systemizing in your life, in your family, in your home? What are you creating systems around? What cannot be allowed anymore? For some of you, you need to delete some apps completely. In fact, we're going to do that. What you're going to do without some apps, you're going to do without some apps. Please give me a minute. Sorry about that. And admit, please, let me add the thumbnail somewhere. I don't know, maybe tiny. The thumbnail can be tiny. I just want to keep saying it so that anyone that comes here can know what this is all about. Yes. So like I was saying, you need to set the systems and the structure in place to be able to block out the uncircumcised, those who are coming to capture your life, who are coming to oppress your life, who are coming to put you in more bondage. And you need to create a system that keeps out the unclean, the unwanted. Keep it out. Keep it out. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. So cheer up, number one. Number two, set the structure and the system. Set the structure and so I will talk a little about this because oftentimes we talk about, be free from addiction, be free from pornography, masturbation. We talk about all those things, right? But we don't talk enough about what needs to be done. What needs to be done in the physical. Sometimes we even talk about fasting, and that is good. If you're on this call, if anybody has deceived you or had made you feel that fasting and prayer, submitting yourself, denying your body or food or other stuff alongside with food does not work in you overcoming addiction, then it is, I'm going to tell you for free that it is a lie from the pit of hell. So it works. The only thing is you need to approach it from all angles. Approach it from all angles. So you don't just pray and say, oh, fantastic, you're going to be free. But you're going to be free for just a while, especially because you've not put the structure. You've not put the structure and you've not put the systems in place. So let's talk about structure. What is the structure? Your accountability system is a structure. It's a defense for you. It's a defense for you. One of the things that we cannot talk about enough in our premarital and postmarital counseling programs with people who come to us for these paid courses is the need for a fidelity plan. A need for a fidelity plan. You make financial plan, but you don't make fidelity plan. So you can't be free from these things. What's your fidelity plan? What's your fidelity plan? What time of the night must you be in bed? Especially if you are the one who is the one that is scrolling around gadgets in the night. What time of the night must you sleep? Where do you keep your phone? Where do you keep that laptop? Where do you keep it? Where do you keep it? So it's not just about saying, oh, I'm going to install an app, I'm going to install a firewall that stops me from doing this. You know how to go and unplug or remove the firewall or remove the installed app, right? But first is, what structure are you putting in place that can be a defense from you getting hit, from you getting attacked? Remove the app if you need to remove the app. Regiment your time with the phone. So for example, if you maybe have some business you do on Facebook or Instagram or what have you, or any of these applications that can be good, but that can also be terribly destructive for you, you can tell yourself, I only go on this application while I'm in the office with so and so colleague. So I don't go alone. Whenever I want to do any stuff, any research, any posting on this application, I make sure people are around me. As soon as I'm done, I leave. Or you can time your presence there. I'm going to be here for 15 minutes. I'll do what I want and I'll come out. So that way, it gives no room for the unnecessary. It gives no room for the nonsense. It gives no room for it. It gives no room for it. It gives no room for it. What structure are you setting in place? Jesus Christ said something, and a lot of us made light of that thing. In fact, a lot of us thought this is impossible now. Jesus should get serious, and stuff like that. He said, if your eyes will cause you to fall, pluck it out, right? I believe that's what. If your left eye will cause you to fall, pluck it out. He said, why do you want to get there with your two eyes and not to go to where you're supposed to go to, and not make heaven, and not be happy, and not enter into glory? I'm paraphrasing now, but you know what I'm talking about. I might ask that they put it up also, maybe in the chat session, so that you see what I'm really talking about. So he said, cut it off. He was talking about cutting off the part of your body that's going to cause you to sin against God so that you will not go to heaven. Don't necessarily your part. So your food, to a good number of you, a good number of us, I'm included in this on this table. A good number of us, our phones is even more special than some part of our body. Because if they ask you if you think you've ever had thoughts of that part of your body for days, weeks, sometimes months right now, I'm sure what you're going to say is that, I have not though. I didn't even know it's in existence. Some of you don't even know that your ears is in existence. Some of you don't even know about the bones in your ears. Some of you don't even know about what your skin is doing. Some of you don't know about what your fingers are doing. You are not focused on that. But your phone is always with you. Always, every time. So this phone, that gadget, that laptop, that friend, that place you go, that thing that you must do every day, marking register, that thing is even more important or essential to you in your mind more than part of your body. So now, coming to what Jesus said, cut it off. Cut that thing off. Cut that thing off and save your life. Cut that thing off and save your destiny. Cut that thing off and save your future. Cut that thing off and save this lineage. This lineage that you have started depends completely on you. It depends 101% on you. Anywhere in the world you are, you can cut that body part off. Cut it off. Your phone, your tab, your laptop, your legs, whatever it is that is messing you up, cut it off. If it's your flat screen, it's your cable TV, cut it off. Cut it off. If it's those magazines, cut them off. If it's those terrible books that you're reading, cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. Netflix, season, movie series, cut it off. Whatever it is that is introducing impurities into your life. Whatever it is that is introducing impurities to your life or that is opening you up for attack, please cut it off. You can be free from that gambling if you cut off that app and cut off the friends that always bring it up, and cut yourself off from group chats where they're always posting odds, whatever it is you guys share. Cut it off. Cut off those friends that take you to where you drink. Look for a new set of friends that hang out somewhere else. There are friends that hang out in libraries. There are friends that hang out in church. There are friends that hang out in sports centers. So yes, you must relax. I agree. You're a man, you need to relax. You need your alone time. You need your time with friends. But you can find a different one. Go to the gym and leave the bar. Leave that cool spot. Leave it. Leave whoever's house that sets you up. Cut it off. Cut off those beers, those wines in your house. Turn that bar, that mini bar, turn into a mini library. Cut those crap off. Cut it off. It is in your hands. And enough of men thinking that some sort of power from heaven will just come upon them and set them free. Or some kind of specialist somewhere will just organize that, you can be free from pornography, and then the person just come and set them free. I was speaking with a young gentleman, very, very experienced professional yesterday, and I was telling him of how the system that I set in my house is such that if anybody is doing anything on a screen, number one is timed. Number two, you back every other person, such that it's not only you that has the opportunity to see the screen. Either consistently or from time to time, someone can pass and see that screen. That is a system. That's a system. So first, break all those structures. Delete whatever needs to be deleted, whatever app needs to be deleted, whatever phones need to be given away. Delete it. This one is now much more important to me. For you parents who have left phones with your children, I don't know where to start from on this. You've bought a phone for your child. The phone has internet in it, or internet, according to French, in it, and the phone has applications in it. Why are you buying a cage for your children? A good number of people will say, it's because I want the child to be able to connect with me. But they are even connecting more with the world.
They're connecting more with friends whose brains are still developing and who are already filled with nonsense values, even though some of them can still be brilliant and good, seemingly academically good friends for them. But they are in a mess, terrible mess. And they are connecting with these people. They are connecting with the world. If your child has a phone that has an internet, even some that do not have an internet, what you have done is you have carried your 8-year-old, your 10-year-old, 15-year-old, I don't care, even 18-year-old, you've carried that child and you've put that child in the middle of big cities like New York, Nairobi, Lagos, Nigeria. You've put them in the middle of that place where there are all sorts of people, including frauds, including assassin robbers, dubious people, evil people, naked people. You've put them there and you've left them on their own. That's what you've done to your child. That's what you've done to your child. Because even you, an adult, should have an accountability system. So why then would you leave a phone with a child that is still in their developmental stage? What do they even know about the issues, the vices, the evil that is out there? What do they know? There's a part that's talked about, pick up that child. Pick up that child. We didn't have the opportunity to touch on that. We might not. Maybe we might look at it briefly tomorrow. But God told Haggai, he said, pick up that young child because I'm going to make something great out of that child. Yes, it's Ishmael. But the point is, someone needs to pick up that child. And one of the ways to be able to set a child on the right path is prevent them from this gadget. If your child already has a gadget, you should have a meeting today. You and your spouse, you and your wife, there must be a meeting today. And that meeting should end up in a decision to either completely remove the phone, depending on issues that might already be happening, or to now understand what is the main essence of this phone. If the main essence of this phone is communication, look for a way around communication. It probably means that you are not even at home enough. So you even need to do something about that, because that's another thing you need to be set free from. Something needs to be done about it. There should be some sort of maybe neighbor or flatmate or something that probably you could get through to that child with. Something can be done. Something can be done. I know that your situation is complicated, John. My situation is different. It's a bit more complicated than you're thinking. I know. But still, you cannot subject that child to a lack of structure that allows them to be attacked. So build structures and build systems. What are we getting set free from? What are we getting set free from? The first thing that you need to set yourself free from is the love of pleasure. Love of pleasure. Whatever that thing is, I know it gives you some sort of high. The alcohol gives you some sort of high. The pornography gives you some sort of comfort. It cools you down. The masturbation relaxes you. I know it's sweet. It's interesting, right? The gambling just gives you some sort of high. Like, I can make it. I can get it, and you've won before a few times, so you know that this is possible. This can happen. It brings out that hope in you, because it takes you away from the process of life where you need to put work input, leave time to be, and then see results. It tells you, no, you don't have to do that. Just take a chance. Just take a mad chance, and you can just hit it big. You can just win $1 million with just $5. I know it feels good. The drugs, I know it feels good. When you pump it into your stream or you sniff it, it just makes you feel good and relaxed and high and on top of the world, and you forget your worries. But that is pleasure. That is pleasure. The Bible says clearly that he who loves pleasure will perish or will not be rich. He who loves pleasure. So first, overcome pleasure. Set yourself free from pleasure. What are the elements? What are the cues? What are the materials that you interact with that gives you this pleasure? I want to know today that there are 1,000,001 men that are doing without those things, and they are fine. Some of them are even much, much better than you. depending on what we're looking at. Some of them are much better than you, and they're doing without those things. They're doing without those things. There are some of these things that I've never touched or tasted in my life. Some men are doing, they are doing without it. You're a single man and they told you that no, the way life needs to be on, you need to have sex. You need to find a partner, tell them you're in a relationship and have sex. It's a lie. There are 1,000,001 men that are doing, they are single, they're waiting to get married, and they're doing without sex. Sir. They are not battling with all you are battling with. They are not battling with the infections. They are not battling with the worries, the trauma, the causes that you are gathering on yourself as you are breaking out all over the place. Syria heartbreaker. Syria heartbreaker. Set yourself free from pleasure. Second thing you need to set yourself free from is you need to set yourself free from money. Set yourself free from money. Set yourself free from money. This touches on a lot of ladies in some ways and on men too. Set yourself free from money. What job, what structure, what system, what way of earning money has held you bound? It has stopped you from spending time with God. It has stopped you from going to church with your children. It has stopped you from sitting down and sharing what God has shared with you with those children. It has stopped you from even sitting down and praising God. It has stopped you from putting God in your daily life. All you just do is jump up and out, jump up and gone, jump up, let's go and make money. Consistently, you need to set yourself free. You need to set yourself free. You need to set yourself free. You need to be set free. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. Tell yourself that I can be free. I set myself free from pleasure today. I set myself free from money, from the love of money. Set yourself free. I was speaking with a brother. I went on a long journey 2 days ago, and I met a brother, and the brother was telling me, John, one of the first things I pray to God about is that God should remove the love for money from my heart. I was touched. I was pumped that yes, there are men that are doing this. You can do it. Ask God to remove the love of money from your heart. Remove the love of money from your heart. Remove it from your heart. Sorry about that. Set yourself free from the love of money. Set yourself free. Set yourself free so that you can be free indeed. Money is messing you up. Money is what is making you contemplate those things you're not supposed to be doing. In fact, a good number of naked ladies, a good number of fraudsters, a good number of drug sellers, a good number of wine connections that is going on is centered around money. Oh, it's my party now. I need to hang out with him. Or if I sell the drugs, I can make a lot of money. If I hang out with this group, I can make some money. The love of money. Love of money, largely love of money. A lot of ladies that are naked on social media is because they want to get views. So they are looking for what's the lowest common denominator item I can sell that can attract everybody. It attracts everybody to me. It attracts young children, attracts adults, attracts elderly people, attracts pastors, attracts professionals, attracts sensible people, attract people that are going somewhere to happen, and distracts them and attracts them to that, attract their attention, because it's the lowest common denominator. So it's love of money. And I'm hoping that some ladies that are into that will hear this and they'll be set free. Some men are even the ones arranging those ladies and keeping them captive to keep other people captive. So it's a very vicious circle that the devil is creating, and it's all centered in most cases around the love of money. Set yourself free from pleasure. Set yourself free from pleasure. Set yourself free from the love of money. And last is set yourself free from sleep. Set yourself free from sleep. A little sleep, a little slumber. That's why you are not searching God. That's why you are not spending more time with God. That's why you are not spending more time with God. And it's linked sometimes. When you go about looking for money, you do some terrible jobs, you do some jobs that take you away from your attention to God, from your attention to your family, your attention to your marriage. When you get back, you want to sleep because you believe that sleep is what will help help you to recover. And then you keep going in the rat race. Set yourself free from sleep. Some of you need to get up today. Set yourself free from the things that are holding you bound and start what God wants you to start. We're going to touch on this tomorrow next. Start that thing God wants you to start. There's a ministry over your head. There's a calling over your head. There's an initiative that God wants to deliver with you. There's an idea that God has dropped in your heart, but you are sleeping too much. You are sleeping too much. You're sleeping. Even if you feel that you're going to sleep for 28 hours, do something that I do. When you are going to sleep, tell God to use that sleep time to work on you, so that by the time you wake up, you are able to attack whatever it is you need to attack. Attack whatever it is you need to attack. I needed to be somewhere this morning, for example. The moment I woke up, there were 1 or 2 rituals that my children and I normally would do. I told them, hey, guys, we won't be able to do this today. Let's arrange this way. When I'm doing my life, you guys can do this. When we're done with that, you guys can start this. And it worked. Center your life around what does God want me to do, so that it can begin to work in significance. I'm hoping that this can draw a lot of men. If the only number of men that you can gather in your circles of influence, in your spheres, in your areas, is just 5 men, it's just 2 men, it's just 1, it is job well accomplished by God. It is job well accomplished. Arise and set yourself free. Arise and set yourself free. Number 1, I'm here to tell you that there is hope. You can be free from that pornography, that masturbation, that drinking, that alcoholism, that shopaholicism, that workaholism, that drugs, that gambling, that oppression from your office, from your profession, that stress from side chicks, that issues with illicit sex and rubbish associations. You can be set free from it. You can be set free from it. Be excited. Number 2, put the systems and the structures in place. I talked about a few. You can book a clarity session with us if you want to understand more issues that concerns you particularly. Systems you can build those systems. If you are married, build a fidelity plan. If you need help, book a session. The amount is worth more than your life. The amount is so low that your life depends on it. Book it. You can be free. And finally, we are trusting God that this brings freedom to men from pleasure, brings freedom from the love of money, and brings freedom from the love of sleep. This is the time to arise, and God has said it clearly in verse 2 of Isaiah 52 that shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Lose thyself. Set yourself free. Prison break thyself from the bands of thy neck. Prison break yourself from bands of your neck, O captive daughter of Zion. For thus saith the Lord, you have sold yourself for naught. You are the one who sold yourself. You're the one who left yourself to that thing, and you can snatch yourself back. Say that I'm going to snatch myself back, my destiny back, my life back, my essence back from whatever it is that I've submitted it to. You can be free today, and I can tell you that God has instrumented your release. I'm trusting God that this will lead to a lot of testimony with men. That thing stops today. That mentality, that broken mentality, that captured mentality stops today, and you begin to experience a turnaround. Thank you so much for being with us all till now on this call. Thank you for day 28. It's a wrap. Grateful to God for that. I'm hoping that this gets to as many people that need to hear it. Please share it far and wide to all around you, because that friend, that neighbor, that flatmate, that family member, if they keep in your space, they are not free, you are free, they can drag you back into bondage. And this is the reason why oftentimes people fall in and out of addiction, and some, they do that, keep falling in and out until their dying days. I pray that you will be free. I hope that you will take what you have heard and you'll be free indeed. Thank you. God bless you. It's 35 minutes already. We gotta go. God bless you. See you tomorrow, day 29. Don't miss it. Don't miss it for anything. Bye bye.